Open the meeting to the public. Anybody wishing to address the board may do so at this time. You'll have a chance at the end of the meeting.
Karen, Stephen, can I come now?
Your letter's going to get read later.
Okay, I didn't know the procedure, so. Okay.
Talk if you want.
Yeah, I'm not trying to shut you up.
Well, you did, but.
Well, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I just didn't want to.
No, that's fine.
Okay, at the end of the meeting, I'll have another chance. Minutes of the previous meeting. You all have copies for it?
Make a motion to accept the regular minute meetings of February 1st, 2016.
Second.
Moved by trustee Martin, second by trustee Moore. Is there any discussion? There being no discussion, all those in favor, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Those approved, those opposed, motion carried. Bill,
We have two additions tonight. The first one is to American Water Works Association, the amount of $355. That's the annual membership dues for the water and sewer plant. And the other one is business card. It's the credit card bill, $555.51. And it's expenses for the Lineman Safety School, NICOM meeting expenses, and the Champlain Hudson Power Express meeting expenses.
Make a motion to pay the bills as amended.
Second.
okay, motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Arsen,
Yes.
flying cow bill, where is that?
That should be on the list.
I didn't see it on the list. Signs are in the village office as of today, and they look real nice. They're a hell of a job.
I don't see it unless it's under a different name.
I looked today and I didn't see it, but I didn't say anything either, so.
You can, you can both pay for it, so.
$1,620. The work is completed and the signs are here.
Make a motion to add it to the bills.
Second.
Moved by trustee Moore, seconded by trustee Martin. All those in favor, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried. And, motion was made and seconded, pay the bill, all in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried. Correspondence.
First, we have a letter from Scott Anthony dated February 5th, 2016. I, Scott A. Anthony, am giving my 2-week notice terminating my job at the Village of Rouses Point Water Plant. My last day of work will be Saturday, February 20th. I thank the village for giving me the opportunity to work here, but I was offered a machinist job with regular shift hours Monday through Friday. Thank you, Scott A. Anthony.
Motion to accept the letter of resignation.
Second.
Motion made, seconded. Any discussion? There being no discussion, all those in favor, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried. And, board, I need a motion to fill the vacancy in the water plant.
Motion to fill it.
Second.
Moved by trustee Moore, seconded by trustee Martin. Any discussion? There being no discussion, all those in favor, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Okay, next we
Those
have
opposed, motion carried. Letter from Rouses Point Village Court for audit requirement notification.
dated February 5th, 2016. The court, in accordance with the Uniform Justice Court Act 2019/A and Town Law 123 is required to present its records at least once a year to be examined by the board or a certified public accountant or public accountant. All records are available to be audited. John Alabama, Village Justice.
I have a question on that. Are we under town law or village law?
We're a village, we're under village law.
What it says is quoting town law.
And it's being miscorrected.
It doesn't matter, we have to do it anyway, so maybe we should correct this. Yes.
Motion to have the audit and change from town to village.
Second.
Moved by trustee Moore, seconded by trustee Martin. Is there any other discussion? If not, be all those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carried. Okay. Next.
Next, we have.
Does that mean that somebody from the board is gonna do that?
Last year you did it, didn't you?
I've been doing it for a while, yeah.
I can't speak for the board, there's two members in Florida. We'll work it out come tomorrow. Go ahead, Donna.
Okay, next is a letter dated February 10th, 2016, with regards to the 2016 May 21st RP Family Spring Fest. Dear Mayor and Village Trustees, as a concerned business owner and resident of Rouses Point, I, Tammy Segrin, have created a team consisting of interested residents and fellow business owners who have begun making plans for an RP Family Spring Fest. The intent of the Spring Fest is to be a family-oriented fun day for all ages and to provide another opportunity to bring people into our village. We are hoping this event turns into an annual event which can grow each year. We are planning the festival to start on Saturday, May 21st, rain or shine, commencing at noon until 6 p.m. In order for our first year to be successful, we need support from the village board. We are hoping the board will grant us permission to use the Civic Center grounds, including the stage and restrooms throughout the day. As we are planning on having numerous vendors, we are also requesting the board to waive any vendor fees for that day. Currently, we have numerous family fun events planned throughout the day, such as a pie eating competition, kids games, and a keg throwing competition. The main event would be a bed race with teams racing down either Montgomery Street or Rose Ave to the Civic Center. Obviously, this would require us to close off the street to vehicle traffic for a couple of hours. The stage committee has graciously volunteered to sponsor music to be played on the stage during the festival, if the village board approves the Spring Fest. We anxiously await the board's decision so we can move forward with our planning. Please feel free to contact me with any questions or concerns at 297-5980 weekdays or 297-2706 weekends and evenings. Please let residents know that we would love volunteers to help us with the event efforts, and they can contact me at the numbers listed above if they're interested. Respectfully yours, Tammy Segrin, village resident and business owner.
Make a motion to allow the Spring Fest with provisions provided within the letter.
Can we legally close the streets?
We can close village streets. The biggest issue is Lake Street.
Yeah, that's why I stayed away from that, actually. That's why I stayed more towards.
I would request that you sit down with Scott Bishart, the
Okay.
police chief, please.
Yep,
And we discussed this today, and he'll work out some details.
okay, perfect.
We need a second.
The vendors, what is that for not having, is there fees for using it outside vendors?
Is it a $25
Yeah.
fee to apply for a vendor permit? for
Yes,
the day?
normally it is.
I can't remember exactly what the rate is.
It was 25 at one time when we had
Okay.
it.
But you're not asking for inside, just the outside, correct?
Just the outside, unless it rains, of course. I have to put the vendors inside if it's downpouring, because it's rain or shine.
Now, I don't know how it's handled on the 4th of July. George, maybe you remember on the fee was waived, if you will. However, it was asked to be donated to the 4th of July hearing. Do you
Well,
remember that? So how would that?
When we ran it, when the fire department ran it, of course, everything went to the fire department. When the rec center, when Michael Bryan ran it for a few years, I don't know if that went to the rec center or where. I
Okay,
know,
so we would have to confirm for them whether or not we can waive that fee.
oh, we can do that. We've done that in the past.
Okay.
I don't. Do you have to know that, Tammy, or?
No,
I'd feel better if the other two were here to vote, have their input too. Then we can check with Scott, see if we, make sure we can close.
well, another option I have, because I came up with more than one option.
That's good.
The entrance to the Civic Center, and actually just having it straight down the race, because it doesn't have to be far. So going right from the entrance all the way down to the side before it gets to the one lane here.
Yeah.
So I could have everything
Well,
in,
as I said, work it out with Scott.
okay,
Yeah.
because, well, I was just asked.
We have a motion.
I have a motion and a second. At the end.
Well, before you make a decision, sir, I'm just asking you to table this a little bit, because there's some things that we need to talk about as far as codes and everything. I'm not saying it's a yay or nay, I'm just saying some issues that we're working on right now with some forms that we need to make sure that we have in place. That's it.
I've got a motion made and seconded.
What you want?
I didn't say.
It hasn't been seconded, just a
Oh,
motion.
sorry.
I'll rescind the motion until we
Oh,
have everything.
okay,
So,
so you know where it stands. It's
So,
not that they don't want it, it's just
We'll
that.
have an answer next meeting,
okay,
that we can figure out what's going on and
Okay.
get it together, okay?
okay.
so we're just gonna table this?
Yeah,
Yes.
Then you're closing off the street, we closed off the street for some of the runs.
yeah, we don't have a problem, yeah. We don't have a problem closing the street, Montgomery or Orlos Avenue. All right. That's it, Donna?
Yes, that's all.
Report of the mayor and trustees. Election resolution, 2016-04, polling places.
Okay.
Poor Tom, she can hardly talk tonight.
Polling place hours, the polls are open, and addresses of those nominated. Whereas the next general election for officers of the village of Rouses Point shall be held on March 15, 2016. And whereas the Board of Trustees is required by Section 15-104, subparagraph 3B of the election law, to adopt a resolution designating the polling places, the hours the polls shall be open, and addresses of those nominated. Now therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of the Village of Rouses Point designates the polling place for each election district to be Halsted Hall, Rouses Point Civic Center, 39 Lake Street, Rouses Point, New York, 12979. That the hours during which the polls shall be open shall be 12 o'clock noon until 9 p.m. And that the candidates nominated for office in accordance with the provision of Article 15 Village Election Law are Daniel Letourneau, Rouses Point, New York, 12979, has been nominated for the office of mayor for a 2-year term. Ben Arno, Rouses Point, New York, 12979, has been nominated for the office of trustee for a 2-year term. Tom Dark, Rouses Point, New York, 12979, has been nominated for the office of trustee for a 2-year term. Be it further resolved that the village clerk is hereby directed to publish this resolution in full in the Press Republican and to post a copy of this resolution in at least 6 conspicuous public places within the village on or before March 5th, 2016, that a copy be placed at the polling place. This resolution shall take effect immediately. Questions on the foregoing were duly put to a roll call vote, which resulted as follows.
Make a motion to accept the resolution?
Second.
Sorry, I'm not.
A roll call vote, trustee Martin.
Aye.
Trustee Moore. Aye. And the mayor votes aye.
Thank you.
Okay, that's, I have a request here from the clerk to attend an OSHA record-keeping class for March 1st, 2016 to the North Country Chamber of Commerce at a fee of $12.
That's with meal.
Oh, okay. Make a motion to allow the clerk to attend the OSHA training, record keeping training?
Second.
Moved by trustee Martin, second by trustee Moore. Any discussion? There being no discussion, all those in favor, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Request approval for Jason Journal and Eric Evans to attend the NDWA Winter Engineering Workshop in Syracuse on March 22 to the 24th for approximately $940. They'll use the village vehicle.
We decided to send both of them, Gene, or?
There was some question today with regards to, should we send both, should we send one, because of the costs involved. There was no final determination as to how that should be handled.
Is that, it's already budgeted, right?
There's $1,100 left in that conference account, training account, that has to go through May 31st. And you have at least 2 more NICOM, or NIMPA and IEP meetings.
Out of that same money.
That's the same money, yes.
What Brian saying about sending both of them?
He was in agreement with sending one instead of two, and Eric was also in agreement to stay back this round if need be.
Make a motion to send one, where Jason can't go.
I'll second that.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion? There being no discussion, all those in favor, vote by the usual sign of aye.
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 Those opposed, motion carried. Okay. Discussion budget 2016-17, items paving.
I passed out the sheets of the paving that was requested.
I can't hear
I
you.
said I passed out the sheet that was requested for paving.
Yes,
Everybody should have got a copy of it.
yes.
And the requested amount is $126,730, which is not feasible at all. We did approximately $49,000 this year, so I want to keep that figure around that. Brian is suggesting that we should hold off on Chapman Street to give it another year to settle, and apparently some sidewalks that might have to be replaced in that street also. He's suggesting right now that we put it in State Street, Lake to Maple, for a cost of $12,992. Storch Street for $19,024. He says that's a really bad street. Montgomery Street, Rose to Route 2, $10,556. Which is a total of $42,572.
How long ago did we do Montgomery Street? Remember? I know it was done, but it wasn't that long ago.
I'd say it's over 10 years.
It's been that long.
This isn't the whole street, this is just Rose to Route 2.
Yeah. Well, that's right, they had it, they did.
Got a big water break. Water main break. So I'd like to have board permission to put that in.
Motion put them 3 streets in.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? There being no discussion, all those in favor? By the usual sign of aye. Those opposed, motion carried. In your packet, there is an update on workplace violence prevention policy and incident reporting. We just need a motion to accept it, and that is, one, there's some name changing and reporting and a reporting form.
Motion to accept it.
Second.
Moved by trustee Moore, seconded by trustee Martin. Any discussion? There being no discussion, all those in favor, vote by using the sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried. Okay, Arson, the next one is yours. Budget modification resolution.
Resolution number 2016-07, whereas the Board of Trustees deems it advisable to make certain modifications to the 2015-16 village budget, we therefore resolve that the treasurer is authorized and directed to make the following modifications to the village budget for fiscal year 2015-16. Under the general fund, we're going to increase account 510.01 estimated revenues, $19,072. We're going to increase account 511.01 appropriated reserves, $36,540. We're going to increase account 599.01 appropriated fund balance, $36,540. We're going to increase appropriations account 960.01, $21,767. I'm sorry, we're going to, it's $57,379. And we're going to decrease the other budgetary purposes accounts 962.01 for $20,000. Under the water fund, the net result, we're going to increase account 51004 estimated revenues $604,481. We're going to decrease appropriations account 960.04 $26,192. We're going to decrease our appropriated fund balance account 599.04 $630,673. Under the sewer fund, net result, we're going to increase estimated revenues account 510.05 $397,245. Decrease appropriated fund balance 599.05 for $375,817. And increase our appropriations 960.05 $21,428. Under the civic center, the net result is an increase and a decrease to appropriations account 960.02 for $7,679. And what I'm doing here is I'm realigning the budget, and under the water fund, moving some monies from this year's budget into the tentative budget for next year. This resolution shall take effect immediately. The question before going was duly put to a roll call vote.
Make a motion to accept the resolution?
Second.
Motion by trustee Martin, seconded by trustee Moore. Roll call vote. Trustee Martin.
Aye.
Trustee Moore.
Aye.
And the mayor votes aye. That's it for me. Trustee Martin.
Nothing to report tonight, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, trustee Martin. Trustee Moore.
I got a bunch. Requesting that Timmy Graves goes to training March 1st and 2nd, whatever, New York, May 11th, for sampling and sludge conditioning. Total cost of $650, I believe. $650. Make that motion.
Second.
Moved by trustee Moore, seconded by trustee Martin. Any discussion? There being no discussion, all those in favor, vote by the sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried.
Okay, there's some training for the wastewater and the sewer water. It's about 8 people going at 1, 2, 3, 4 different times. March 17th in Plattsburgh, be 8 people, it cost $120. April 5th in Peru, it cost of $490. 10/25, be 4 employees at $400, and 10/26, be 8 employees at $640. That'll cover all their training they need for the water and the sewer. Like make that into a motion to send them.
Second.
Moved by trustee Moore, seconded by trustee Martin. Any discussion? There being no discussion, all those in favor, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried.
The last one is executive session for water plant personnel. Be about a minute. That's it.
Second.
Motion by trustee Moore, seconded by trustee Martin. Roll call vote. Trustee Martin. Roll call vote. Trustee Martin.
Aye.
Trustee Moore.
Aye.
And the mayor votes aye.
Just 1 minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna time you.
I only got a minute.
Put that on the agenda for next meeting. for, Tammy's letter, put that on my agenda for next meeting. Does her get with me on what you think for the codes?
Okay, Donna, do you have any words of wisdom for us
I
tonight?
have nothing, thank you. I can have a talk.
Jean?
No, the only thing I have to say is that it was very nice to go to the NICOM conference. They had some extremely interesting topics, as they usually do. Thank you.
Arson?
I received the projected sales tax income for the period June 1st, 2016 through May 31st, 2017. That we included in next year's budget. The total is $413,031, which is a decrease of $40,000 versus this year's projection. Just make the board aware. That's all I have.
Thank you, Arson. Clifford?
No, sir.
Thank you. And the superintendent isn't here to open the meeting to the public this time.
Motion for a short recess.
Second.
Motion made and seconded for short recess. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? 26 after, 27 after.
Want that sign up at tomorrow?
Yeah, okay.